Hello, my fellow creatures. It is time for us to finally get this shit out of the way and choose who is the Trench Lord. The two candidates that stand before me, Operator, who is recording, and Jsink, that is to his right, are going to be speaking about some certain topics on the way that they would do things. Around a day after this video is posted, elections will begin, and we shall have a vote to see which of these two candidates shall take up my father's mantle after his retirement as Trench Lord, Greek Lord of the Infantry. That said, without further ado, we shall begin. Gentlemen, how are you doing today?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
Doing pretty good.
Good. That was a test. This one shall begin first, and then that one. So I'm going to ask a question. You are going to answer first, and you are going to answer second, and then we'll go ahead. Audience, do me this favor. Anyone that is here, remain silent as they speak. All right, allow me to introduce. Mikna is the private of the infantry division. Mango, Lord Grenadier, taking a position where Platypus had left, and the Lord Quartermaster of the Night. And now we shall remain witnesses to see what your answers may be for these questions as soon as I get them. So there is a total of 10 questions. Should be easy. Alright, first question, Operator. Why is it that you wish to be Trench Lord?
I wish to be Trench Lord because I see the potential in the infantry. The infantry are the Creed's elite. They should be the Creed's elite. They're the ones that fight on the front lines. And like I've said before, time and time again, they are our future. They are the Creed. That is why I wish to become Trench Lord.
Jsink?
I wish to because I feel as if I need to fill in the gap that Fallen has left.
This is good. Let's see that. Alright, second question. What is your approach upon the organization and disciplining of your crew? How would you do that?
I'd be making a schedule throughout the week to have plans for activities and training. And then for discipline, I've done 5 years of training for martial arts, so I know how to discipline someone to make sure that they do hurt if they are not messing up, but not keeping in check.
Jason?
I think it now.
Discipline wise, I'd make them do the standard PT, and if it gets out of hand, I'll schedule them a PT with GLaDOS, since he loves to do that so much.
Right. If you could change the way any other lords have taught in the past, how would you do this? If you were to change any teaching style of any of the Krieg lords, how would you change? Or we'll just stick with the previous Trench Lord. What is it about Fallen's methods that you would change? Operator?
Of course. As I trained with Fallen, maybe not as much as most, since I was not infantry, but I did do some trainings with him. They were good, but I think I would incorporate more training with other divisions. As the other divisions support the infantry, we need that training to make sure that the infantry can work together with the armored, with the airborne, with the grenadiers and the flamers.
Alright. Jason?
Before I say anything, Fallen was a great teacher. He did have flaws, though. He was only human, from what I can tell. A couple things I would change is the consistency of some of the things he does. Because 1 minute he'll be wanting us to do this thing, and then immediately tell us to do that, and that got out of hand sometimes. And then the fact that he didn't really show up a lot, but that was mostly due to internet issues. Major thing is the consistency.
Understandable. What traits do you think is required for a leader? Do you believe you have these traits?
Perseverance, self-control, and indomitable spirit. That is what I see in a leader. Not only that, but a leader is fit to lead their men or women into victory. I do not like to like boast or say that I have these, but I do. After a long time of previous events, IRL and all that, I do know that I do have some of those traits.
Alright, Jsink.
Being confident, fearless, and, well, all over a good-hearted person. And I feel as if I'm a good-hearted person. Can't tell about the others though. That's why.
So, you go for more emotional side of things. Being a good teacher. Interesting. Alright. Number 5, how would you go about managing joint training events with your division and an Astartes chapter?
I would talk with the Astartes leader, make sure that we have a plan for our divisions while working together, and to make sure that we can have the best efficiency in training, so when we're on the battlefield, we can put that training to the proper test.
Alright. Jsink?
Basically, as he said, plan ahead, talk to him about it, and honestly just to hope for the best. And if it doesn't work out, possibly try again next time.
Alright. Okay. What strengths and weaknesses do you think arises from your division? Or from the division that you are trying to take over?
I see the strengths in the infantry is they were trained well, as Jsink did say, by Fallen, as in the battles we've had against division and division, we were totally smashed. I think coordination may need to be worked on, communication, and for newer members, teamwork, as I've seen in my practice training with them.
Pros of being infantry that I've seen throughout my days of training, and then they learn quickly. They learn really quick, and that's good. But as Operator has stated, communication, overall teamwork, stuff like that needs to be worked on heavily.
Here is my question. This is not exactly in the list. But I'm gonna ask the two of you this anyway. People see you as, a person that is understanding and loving, or is it the effectiveness on how the way that they learn?
I think that a mix of both is always good. To have someone that is effective in their training is always good to make sure that we can get the infantry to the best of their ability, but then also to have someone that's caring and also that the infantry can look up to and be proud of, not just someone that's always pushing them. But it's tough love in the end. It's tough love. That's what a leader of, of the infantry should be going for.
As Operator has stated, yeah, it's a mix of both. I feel as if to be a leader, you need to have at least a little bit of one of both. If you have too much of one, then everything might collapse, and I've seen that happen to good men. I don't want that happening to the infantry.
That question was a kind of a Reaper Wither question. They both embody both sides of the wall. Reaper being a more loving and fond father, while this Wither is massively a tough love. It's kind of like the darkness and the light balance that I attempt to, keep in check. It's good to know that this is the way that it is. I'm proud of this. All right, let's see. Number 7, being Trenchlord is stressful. How will you go about dealing with that stress? More of a personal question, it is.
Well, I'd have a drink and I'd sit back in my chair and relax a bit. But other than that, dealing with stress is what I do on a daily basis. I'm a uni student that's also making videos for a gaming group, and then also on the other hand, trying to handle a social life in COVID. So I'm already pretty stressed to the max, and yet I'm still here, still doing it every day in and out. So I think I should be alright.
Go ahead, Jsink.
The way I would deal with it, and how I have been dealing with it for a long time, is just surrounding myself with good people, hanging out with them, trying to socialize, and COVID hasn't really helped with that at all. But yeah, I have really good friends on here that I would love to talk to, and they helped me out a lot. So, yeah.
Alright, number 8. If drama arises between 2 or more Krieg members, what would you do?
Depending on the situation, it really depends on the drama. But I would pull them to a side to have their private talk. You must keep a sort of peace between the Krieg, and to have them pulled aside and to talk it out with the quartermasters, have them present and really just try and resolve the situation. Otherwise, as we've seen before, things can spread.
Go ahead, Jsink.
I would pull them aside and try to get both sides of the situation. See what started it and how it has progressed through the day. At that point, I would try to talk to them about how we could de-escalate this English. Yes. De-escalate the situation. And if we cannot, then I will separate them both and then talk to them individually and see if we can come to an agreement of what to do.
Alright, well, these last 2 questions are kind of spicy. Alright. Do know that your answers are not going to fuck you up. Or, well, maybe, I don't know, it depends on the people, but regardless of the fact, whatever answers are provided, don't take it personal. This is a warning, right? Number 9, what traits does your opponent bear that makes him unqualified to be the Trench Lord?
Give me a moment because I'm good friends with Jsink here, so we do the Krieg podcast together, so it's a bit difficult. I think maybe from what I've this is hard. This is a good one.
Okay. See this as constructive criticism.
Yes, of course.
That's the word that I was looking for. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. That's I think more confidence, and I know he's got it. I know he's got the confidence, and maybe he's shown it in places that I haven't seen, but yeah, that's what I think. That's what I think.
All right.
I love you though.
Damn, can't really think of anything. Be, yeah, I can't really think of anything.
All right. Well, this next question is going to be a little easier then.
Alrighty then.
What traits does your opponent bear that makes him qualified for the role?
He's very friendly, but also very wise in his teachings. He's been in the infantry longer than me, so he knows the infantry well. I will give him that.
Okay.
Everyone knows who you are, and that bears with it some respect that comes along with that. And most people wouldn't get that, but they know you as Operator. Sorry. You're very up and forward with everything you do. And that's pretty good at times. And yeah. Sorry.
I don't know. Does anyone here in the audience feel as if they wish to ask a question that may reveal some extra shit, if there is questions to be asked? Just to, just for the sake of screen time. Lados.
I don't know if this was already said because I've only joined in halfway, but what do you lot perceive as a trench lord?
Good question. I think that's kind of what we answered before, but I think I'm not too sure. But we'll answer it again. I guess we'll answer it again.
Operator, you good?
My question was so overbearing he died.
I was about to ask what I'm sorry to
Hey,
say, but I was actually about to ask what was it?
Yeah.
Hang on. Is my mic back? Did my mic go?
Yeah, it's back. It's back. You're back. Your mic's
Okay.
back.
Okay, sweet. I was just about to say, I think we've answered that question before, but we can answer it again. The qualities in a trench lord,
No, not the qualities. What do you
sorry.
perceive as a trench lord?
Oh, what do you perceive? Oh, sorry, my bad.
What
So
is it, like the roles? What entails of the job description?
Yeah, the person as a whole.
Oh.
What do you perceive of them?
Okay.
This is a question.
Well, very much in honor of Fallen's, similar to him, kinds, but discipline, will discipline you. He respects his soldiers for not rank nor division, but for who they are. Okay, back. We passed the 20-minute mark. But yeah, that's that's it, Jsink.
As you said, yeah. They need to sort of see everyone as an equal amongst their ranks, no matter who or what they are. It needs to be he or she needs to be kind but also tough on the people they are training or just helping in general.
Yeah.
That is
All right. Anyone else?
Yes. What
Go
do
for it,
you
Master.
think makes a good leader or teacher?
I think we answered that already, didn't
Not just for
Some-
being
some
a trench lord, but overall,
Oh,
what
you
do
mean
you
like a
think
general?
makes in general, what do you think makes a good teacher, leader, and captain?
Yep, I understand. I believe that a good leader sees the best qualities in whoever they're teaching. I think they see that potential and they're willing to put the time and effort into training or teaching, no matter what role, if that be just a teacher of theory or a teacher in practice. I think they they put in great dedication and great knowledge into their teachings, to make sure that their students may get the best of their well, you're learning from that teacher, so the best of their traits and the best of their what they've learnt, passing that on. Yeah. Jason?
Traits of a good leader, you said?
Just what it means to be a overall good leader, good teacher, good captain.
To me, it means to having a balance between caring, love, and overall being extremely nice and lovable, while also having to give tough love to those who need it. Respect is also a key factor. Respect everyone as the same. No one should have less or more respect just because they did something or they are this person. Always treat someone as an equal.
Anyone else? Oh, another one from Glenos. Last one, go for it.
Alright, let's just say that you become a trench lord. This question's for both of you, alright? What difficulties will you see after becoming a trench lord, and how will you overcome them?
All right.
That's a good question. I think it really depends on the situation, but from what I can see, we might have some difficulties in what we've said before, teamwork and communication, maybe, but I sense that the infantry will be able to get that pretty quickly.
Do you know how you overcome that, though? Do you have anything in mind?
Oh, sorry, yeah. Yeah, with a lot of training and a lot of discipline, and hopefully it won't take as long, but you got to give them the chance before you start applying the foot.
All right. Very well. So, with that being said, that being the last question, I can see.
Jsink didn't answer.
Oh right, was
Yeah,
it? Fuck! Oh my
Yeah,
goodness,
I was
I'm
very
sorry.
confused.
I was waiting like, oh, okay. I guess
I'm really fucked. I'm sorry.
No, it's
I'm
perfectly
not
fine.
even Oh my god. Oh, this is work is going to appear. Quickly, go ahead. Go.
What was the question again? Because I forgot
Alright.
because of that shit.
Let's say you become a trench lord, alright? What difficulties do you think you'll come across, and how will you overcome them?
Difficulties I think that we might come across is discipline, because from what we've seen in the past, that horrible day, there needs to be a lot of discipline, especially for the newer members that join the Krieg, and especially the infantry. A way I would overcome that is through time and effort and practice. Because as human beings, we are not all perfect, and sometimes that's okay.
Yeah.
Go on. Now we can fucking end the damn thing. Sorry. I was trying to get this done for a while. Well, due to complications, technical difficulties and whatnot. We weren't able to. Now that we have, I can see clearly that both of you are most very good contestants for this role. More than just gaining my trust, you will also have to gain the trust of the Krieg in general. Dealing with their issues, helping me deal with their issues when you are elected as Trench. And that being said, whoever does win shall be the first Krieg Lord that is actually elected. This is the first time that I'm doing this. Only because I wasn't able to see, because I haven't dealt with the infantry in a while, which is something I'm going to change. So I wasn't able to pick out a good successor. So I hope that whoever does win can be the successor. Someone that can take responsibility of the infantry and not make it a fuckfest. This is something I hope to see from both of you, whoever is elected. Thank you for appearing here and for having the balls to run for such a role. An important, sacred role to me. That being said, we are done.